All right, let's jump into Exodus chapter 6. Now, this chapter feels less like the next step in a plan and more like a total reboot, a divine reset that happens right after the first attempt to free Israel goes, well, horribly wrong.
This quote from Moses really says it all. It gets right to the heart of the crisis. The mission hasn't just hit a snag, it's completely backfired. And the leader of the whole operation, Moses, is just drowning in self-doubt. You can feel the despair in his words.
So, to really get why this chapter is such a big deal, we have to understand just how bad things were at the beginning. We're not talking about a minor setback here. This is a full-blown crisis, a total collapse of morale.
Okay, so you've got to remember what just happened. Moses went to Pharaoh for the first time, and what was the result? Things got so much worse. Pharaoh retaliated, and he did it by making their slave labor even more brutal. And naturally, the people's spirits were just crushed. And who did they turn on? The very guy who was supposed to be their savior, Moses.
This really created a perfect storm. You've got two crises happening at once. On one side, you have the people who are so discouraged and exhausted that they literally won't even listen to Moses anymore. And on the other side, you have Moses himself feeling completely alone, unheard, and totally questioning if he's the right guy for the job. And this is where everything pivots. God steps into this disaster, but not with a simple, hey, you can do it, pep talk. No, what we get is a powerful, formal restatement of the entire mission, grounding everything in absolute divine authority.
And look at how this response begins. It's a powerful declaration. I am the Lord. He's reestablishing who's in charge. Then he connects this moment of absolute despair all the way back to the promise he made generations ago to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's basically saying, this isn't a new plan. I haven't forgotten. We're just getting started.
Now, how this promise is delivered is just fascinating. It's not just one big statement. It's broken down into 7 specific I will promises. Each one is a building block designed to systematically rebuild hope and reset the entire foundation of the mission. And this isn't just a random list. It's a brilliant progression. It starts with the immediate physical rescue, right? I will bring you out. I will free you. I will redeem you. Then it moves into relationship. I will take you as my people. I will be your God. And finally, it ends with the future, the inheritance. I will bring you to the land, and I will give it to you. It's a masterclass in giving a broken people a reason to believe again.
So the momentum is building. The promises are huge. And then the text does something really weird. It hits pause on the action and drops in this long, seemingly random family tree. I know it sounds strange, but it turns out to be an incredibly clever piece of storytelling.
Right? It feels like we just slammed on the brakes. We had this incredible, powerful speech from God, and now we're reading a list of names? Well, the text kind of anticipates that question. It knows we're wondering why this is here right now.
And here's the answer. This isn't just about ancestry, it's about authority. You have to think of this genealogy as Moses and Aaron's resume. In a world without LinkedIn, this was how you established your credentials. It answers that huge, unspoken question on everyone's mind. Who are these guys to be leading us anyway?
So the text carefully traces their line, starting from Levi, who is one of Jacob's original sons. This is a big deal. It shows they have a legitimate place within Israel's tribal structure, coming from a significant priestly line. It proves they belong.
And after listing all the names, the genealogy ends with this power statement. It's basically the punchline. The text says, yep, this, Moses and Aaron, these are the guys. It's the official stamp of approval, confirming for everyone that they are, in fact, the commissioned leaders for this mission.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. With God's promises restated and the leaders' credentials officially confirmed, the mission is now reset on a much, much stronger foundation. It's ready for a relaunch. And this is the key takeaway. On the outside, nothing has changed. Pharaoh is still stubborn and the work is still awful. But internally, the mission's framework has been totally rebuilt. Now there is a clear divine mandate, those 7 promises, and there are publicly legitimized leaders. And yet, in this incredibly human and relatable moment, the chapter ends right back where it began, with Moses' self-doubt. After all that divine reassurance, after the official confirmation of his leadership, he repeats his insecurity almost word for word.
You know, this shows us something so profound. It shows that divine assurance and human insecurity can exist at the exact same time. The mission is ready, the what is clear, and the who is confirmed. But that doesn't just magically erase the leader's own internal struggles.
It's kind of the ultimate case of imposter syndrome, isn't it? The plan is ready to go, even if the person in charge doesn't feel ready yet.
And that is the tension this chapter leaves us with. It's given us this rock-solid foundation for everything that's about to happen, but it also reminds us that this incredible story is going to be carried out by a flawed, hesitant human. It perfectly sets the stage for the dramatic plagues and the final confrontation that are just around the corner.